I remember the way the light danced off her dress that night. A faint shimmer of silver under our kitchen lamp. Just a small get-together, she said, fastening an earring. You're overreacting. I wasn't. I had seen the pictures from her friend's last party. The drinking, the late-night games, the blurred boundaries. I didn't like the idea of her going. And for once, I said it plainly. Emily, I'm asking you not to go. She froze, lipstick poised, eyes meeting mine in the mirror. You're not my father, James. The words hit deeper than they should have. I didn't want to control her. I just didn't want to lose respect in my own marriage. 9 p.m. The house was silent except for the buzz of my phone every few minutes. Not messages from her, but the restless thoughts I couldn't shake. I tried watching TV, but the laughter on screen sounded empty. Around midnight, I gave up pretending to sleep. The bed felt too large, too cold, too hollow. She returned at 3:17 a.m. I heard the front door click, the careful shuffle of heels trying not to wake anyone. When she entered the bedroom, the scent of alcohol followed her like an unspoken truth. Her eyes were glassy, mascara slightly smudged. You're still up, she whispered. I didn't answer. I just watched. Some moments in life are too big for words, and this was one. She climbed into bed, back to me, phone faintly glowing under the sheets. A message lit her face. I pretended not to notice. Morning came with sunlight flooding the room, oblivious to the night's secrets. She slept while I got up, brewed coffee, scrolled through my phone until a notification stopped me cold. A mutual friend tagged her in a story from last night. I opened it instinctively. There she was, laughing, glass in hand, a man's arm casually draped over her shoulders. Caption: when the married ones party harder than the singles. I stared at the photo, not at the act itself, but at what it said about her, about us, how something sacred became someone else's entertainment. When she finally woke, hair messy, voice low, she reached for a mug. Her eyes fell on my phone, still lit with that image. Face pale, she said, James, it's not what it looks like. I almost laughed. That line? Really? I didn't do anything wrong. It was just a party. I know, I said calmly. But you went knowing how I felt. That's what matters. She crossed her arms, defensive. So what? I'm not allowed to have fun. Fun? I asked quietly. Fun shouldn't cost respect. For a moment, she seemed to get it, then scoffed, walking away. The sound of her steps down the hall felt definitive. I spent the rest of the morning in silence. Every corner of the house felt foreign. I wasn't angry. I was hollow. Around noon, she texted from the other room. Can we just move past this? Move past as if the damage were nothing. But the road itself had shifted. Something broke beneath us that night, and daylight made it undeniable. When I stepped outside for air, the cool breeze felt strange, heavy. I didn't know it yet, but the next morning would change everything I thought I knew about our marriage. The morning came quietly, unannounced, like a truth finally stepping forward. I woke first, brewed coffee, opened blinds. Gray sky, not rain, just the weight of unspoken things. Her phone buzzed on the counter. Normally, I wouldn't touch it, but normal had left long ago. A notification lit the screen. Had fun last night, winking face Ryan. My stomach tightened. I didn't need to see the thread to know, but I did. Innocuous messages at first until they weren't. You looked amazing last night. Your trouble, you know that? Her reply, a single emoji, saying everything without words. I stared at it, waiting for anger. None came. Only a colder understanding. This wasn't about one party. It was about everything we had allowed to fade silently between us, the love we forgot to nurture. She entered the kitchen, groggy, wrapped in a robe. You're up early, she murmured. Yeah, I said softly. Didn't sleep much. Her eyes froze on the phone in my hand. James, whatever you saw, it's exactly what it looks like, I interrupted. Her lips parted. No words. Just the look of someone who realizes the curtain has fallen. I didn't cheat, she admitted finally. It was harmless flirting. Nothing about it was harmless. I said, You crossed a line, Emily. Maybe not your body, but your respect. She looked away. You're making this bigger than it is. I set the phone down gently. That's the point. It's always small until it breaks everything. The day passed in near silence. She moved through chores, avoiding my gaze. I stayed outside, trying to remember when we last truly laughed together. Evening came. She approached quietly. I don't want this to be the end. I looked at her. Really looked. The woman I built a life with, the one I trusted. You already ended something, I said. You just haven't realized it yet. Tears welled. I made a mistake. So did I said. I thought honesty would protect us. I thought love meant loyalty. She reached for my hand, but I didn't take it. I understood distance. Not miles, but meaning. We were inches apart and couldn't reach what we once had. That night, I packed a small bag. She watched silently. Where will you go? She asked. I don't know, I said. But I'll go with peace. Next morning, I left before sunrise. Streets empty, city behind me, mind finally quiet. Along that road, I realized love doesn't die in one moment. It fades slowly until you stop noticing what's missing. I didn't hate her. Strange, but true. I just couldn't unsee the truth. Weeks later, she texted, I miss us. I stared, then replied, so do I, but we're not the same us anymore. No fight, no drama. Just two people who ran out of honesty before running out of love. Life teaches its hardest lessons quietly, in mornings when truth finally catches up.